Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. I hope y'all can hear me better on this. Hello and welcome. Thank you for being here Sunday, July 27th, 2025. We have some updates not only on these two beautiful people right here, this couple, but also on the suspect. As far as I know, they have not been found, but there has been some new identification marks we need to get out there. I want to say hello to y'all. So hello, Not Crazy. Welcome. Welcome, Annabella. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. Girl, be careful up there where you're at. Janice, hello, hello. Enjoy the simple things in life. Hello. Thought I scared y'all a little bit this morning, so I must come on and show y'all. Bren, hello. Planet Lady, hello. Good afternoon. Panda Bear's mom, hello. Garrett, hello, hello. Good to see you, Garrett. Peggy, hello. Yaya, hello. Susie Little, Terry Parker, Carol Loves Embroidery, hello, hello. Kathleen, good to see you. Lorraine Law, hello. Love you, my dear. Love you all. Love everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. So we have some updates. This couple right here was the ones that were found unalive in the Devil's Den. So I want y'all to please hit the thumbs up. I have some more information that's just come out. I wish it was better. It's not. Hello, Nala, and everybody coming in. Thank you for being here. I wish I was coming to you today with better news, but I'm about to share something heartbreaking. A beautiful family was shattered. We knew that there was two people that was unalived. They now have names, these people on my screen, which is Clinton David Brink, 43 years old, and Kristen Amanda Brink, 41 years old. But what we did not know is that their two beautiful children, their daughters, were with them on the hiking trail. Oh, yeah, I wish I had better news. We'll get to all that in a moment, but I want to let you know that this is upsetting. Yeah, Garrett. And normally they don't leave witnesses. I am glad they left them, but these children are far from okay. I hope these people they're safe, but they're not okay, if you know what I mean. Hey, Peggy. And that's going to start peeing me off if people start saying, oh, blah, blah, blah. I just have a different way of thinking, and I'm sorry. I'm going to apologize now. That was terrifying to know. But this beautiful family right here, look at them. I don't know why they would do this. I have no idea. This beautiful family was shattered this weekend during what should have been a special family outing, what should have been peaceful, what should have been a peaceful hike at the Devil's Den State Park in Arkansas. Two parents, Clinton David Brink, 43, and Kristen Amanda Brink, 41. And they say they were brutally murdered. Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I don't care if this is YouTube. They can have my channel. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'll try, but I know there's going to be some slip-ups. And they were hiking with their two young daughters, y'all. I want to take this moment not only to tell you the facts as that I know them, but also to honor their lives and rally around their community. We have a lot of people here from Arkansas and around that area. And I hope that there is justice done. I love you, Garrett. I love you. Hey, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'll try, but I can't promise. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say, honey. I learned that a long time ago from my grandmother. She was the best woman on earth in my eyes. Now look, we're different. She didn't say them cursey words like I do. But anyway. Hey, Loretto. Hello. No, you're just getting here. These are the beautiful faces that was unalive that we were talking about today. And there's finally names to the faces and faces to the names. Clinton Davis Brink, 43. I'll go back over it for you, Little Red. And Kristen Amanda Brink, 41. And Little Red, they were brutally unalived by their, well, we don't know who. They had their daughters with them. Their young daughters were with them on that, what was supposed to be a beautiful family hike at the Devil's Den. And somebody did this to them. They were out enjoying the day on a hiking trip with their two daughters. But before we get to this, unfortunately, we always have to go to the damn suspects, or for some reason, we got to go around the victims. And it's a must, unfortunately. And the information I gave you today, I don't know. People said I was breaking up. I had to change my computer, so I hope y'all can hear me loud and clear. That was coming from the news, but there has been some differences in the suspect. Yeah, the girls were with the family, Bren. Isn't that awful? Well, so that's what the news is saying. So I have to correct some things that the news said earlier, and now that the news are coming out with. But I'm not going to blame it on the news, because now that I thought about it, y'all, thank you. I did have to change my computer. So I'm thinking maybe they were getting the little girl's information on this suspect, because I had to think about it while I was trying to put this together. And I was like, well, at first, before I found this out at 5:30, whatever their time was. Hey, Michelle and everybody coming in. I thought, well, wonder if there was eyewitnesses. There was, what do you call those, tree cams? I don't know. But anyway, or whatever. But then it hit me when they said the children was with them. So I can't blame the news, because that's probably why the police took so long. They had to get updates from the children and all that. Anyway, let's get back to it. Unfortunately, we got to go to this person who did this. And this is urgent, and I should have started out with this, but investigators say they're looking for, and it is correct, a white male. We now know that he's medium build. He's wearing not a tank top like they first thought, but he's wearing a long-sleeved shirt, and he had his sleeves rolled up. They still think he had on dark shorts. Now, when they talked about the gloves earlier, they said that he had the gloves on, but now they're saying they're the fingerless gloves. You know how you put your hands in and your fingers go through the gloves? So now they're saying they're the fingerless gloves. And now they've added that he had a dark ball cap on and sunglasses. So that's new information. The fingerless gloves, the long sleeve shirt with the sleeves rolled up, and a ball cap and sunglasses. Now, they say he was carrying a black backpack. These are new details, and they're very important, and I will be putting these up as well. Again, and this is just my opinion, this may have had to be updated by the children. I don't know, or in part of. Rock climbing gloves, more than likely, Leslie. You're right. Oh my God, you're right. Yeah, but you're right, y'all. He did not want to leave no fingerprints. And yes, please don't approach. You know, he is armed, obviously, and dangerous. He was last seen driving a black, that's still in order, a black four-door sedan, possibly, they think possibly a Mazda. And they say that the license plates were covered in duct tape or electrical tape. He may have headed towards Highway 170 or 220 after leaving the park. They're saying if you have any information at all, or you were in the area or in Devil's Den that day, which was Saturday, even hours before or after the attack, to please check your photos, your dash cams, your trail cams. But they're saying, please do not post them on social media publicly. If you have anything at all, call Arkansas State Police Troop L at 479-751-6663. Again, that's 479-751-6663. They want any information ASAP. And or if you see anything, call 911, anything suspicious or anything like that. As of within the last, I don't know, hour, I'll say, there's still been no motive that I know of. Hey, she ran calling wildfire. Hello, everybody coming in. Welcome, everybody. Good to see you. Right now, they say, this is the problem. They say that the kids are safe. Thank God for that. But, you know, come on now, let's get real. The kids are not okay. I mean, you know, they're safe, but they're not okay. Let's just get real about that. Fine, Sebastian. Hey, hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. VA Dynamics. Hello, everybody coming in. Welcome. I'm sorry if I missed anybody. So sorry. But let's not pretend this is okay just because the children were physically unharmed. Those two little girls, they survived. Yes, they survived, but they are not okay. They watched their parents, their entire world, be violently taken from them. They were left alone in the woods on a hiking trail, surrounded by silence, with their parents' lifeless body. Hey, Raymond. Unimaginable. That's trauma no child should ever have to live with. No amount of therapy is going to erase that horror for these children at that moment. Yeah, that's traumatic. These girls wasn't just scared, they were shattered. Everything in their body was shattered, in their mind. Hey, Karen and everybody coming in, Peggy. And they're going to need love and support and protection. And most of all, they're going to need justice when this fool is found. And that's the nicest way I can put it. Again, most people don't leave witnesses. Yeah, they were brave little girls, Little Red. Brave. By the way, if you want, you can call me River. I just had the username Sebastian's Army. Oh, honey, yeah, don't. I'll call you either River or Fine Sebastian, either one. I love both names. I love River. I love Fine Sebastian's Army. I love them all. Hey, Be Great 88. Thank you, Raymond Thomas. Thank you. Thank you so much. Raymond gifted a membership. Let me give y'all one of these and get some happy, a little bit of happy going in here. Hold on. Do it again. Let me do it again. I don't get to do it much, but I made that myself. I'm surprised I could even make it and make myself out my way out of my own paper bag, but I did it. Hey, Memo. Hello, everybody coming in. Hello. Thank you, Raymond. You're always so kind. Thank you. Whoever got that, welcome to the family, and thank Raymond for that. Raymond's always so kind and always growing the family for us and helping us and supporting me and supporting Sebastian's team and supporting everybody here. Raymond's always so very kind. Thank you for that. But we need to stop, in my opinion, of course, we need to stop using language that sugarcoats trauma. There's no sugarcoating no trauma, in my opinion. They're safe now, but they're not okay. They need a world that refuses to look away from what happened to them. You know? Hey, Manas. Hello, hello. You know, when we hide stuff and when we sugarcoat stuff, what does that do? Garrett might remember, or Millie, or Jan, you know, some of y'all that's been around a while. What was the freaking lady's name that caused all this ruckus anyway? Karen, somebody. The lady that left YouTube that put this order in action that you can't use this word and you can't use that word. And then what? She left? That was about a year or so ago. Oh my God. She made a whole mess of things. That's about like Sumner County, isn't it? Made a whole mess of things and then left. You can't sugarcoat trauma. I don't think it was Julie. It was, what was her name? I don't know. She was the big dog over YouTube. And maybe she's still here. I don't know. I think she left though. She ain't important enough to me. I don't care who she was. She puts her pants on, I'm assuming, the same way I put mine on, one leg at a time. Maybe she puts two legs at a time. I do two legs at a time sometimes, you know. Depends on what I feel like, if I'm lazy or not. Sometimes I get a little bit lazy. I don't know. I can tell you what, she bleeds red just like I do. It is what it is. But the world failed Clinton. Look at this couple. They look like a nice couple. I don't know them, but nobody deserved whatever they got. They say it was brutal. They should be here taking care of their little children. The world failed them, you know, and now we must not fail their daughters. We must. Maybe it was Karen. Yeah, she was a real Karen. Thank you, Yaya. Thank you. You know, let's just be real and let's get honest. You know, that's what I'm about. Being honest, being real, being raw. You like me, love me, hate me. No matter to me. It's okay. Thank you for being here, though. I appreciate it. But, you know, they watched their parents die. You know, both of them. They were left with, for God knows how long, alone in those woods. So who are we supposed to thank for that? Are we supposed to thank the suspect when he's found? I think not. I mean, I don't know. According to Arkansas State Police, Clinton and Kristen had just recently moved to Prairie Grove, Arkansas. And on Saturday, the 26th, they were hiking at Devil's Den State Park in Washington County, just trying to enjoy nature with their two daughters. Their daughters was ages 7 and 9. Excuse me. Thank you, Raymond. Thank you so much. And thank you for being a member for 4 months. I know you've been with me longer than that. Thank you so much. You feel like family to me. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Me and Raymond talk in Messenger sometimes, and I really appreciate Raymond and all Raymond does. Thank you so much. Thank you, Annabella. One of my first. Annabella taught me into getting monetized. She's like, Smiley, what are you doing? I'm like, why don't people leave me alone about that? 18 months. 18 months. Can you believe time's flown, girl? I love you, Annabella. Thank you, girl. I love you. 18 months. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you. Thank you so much. Annabella, I want you to be careful up there. This idiot could come up your way. I'm serious. Yeah, we did it, girl. We did it. We did it, girl. I did it, Annabella. Just saying. Just saying. But around 2:40 p.m., Arkansas State Police were notified that 2 bodies had been found on one of these trails. And these bodies later confirmed to be Clinton and Kristen. Their daughters were there too, obviously. Thank you, Panda Bear's mom. And we can all officially say Devlin's Army. Absolutely. Blue hearts, green hearts, purple hearts, all the hearts. Absolutely. Put them in here. Throw them in here. Thank you for being an advocate for Devlin as well, too. She never lets anybody forget, and I really hope Devlin is found soon. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support, Panda Bear's mom. Love you. This park is on a remote part of the Ozarks. You know, I always heard of, I don't mean to sound stupid. I'm smart, but I ain't that smart. I always watch TV and I'm like, I want to go to the Ozarks. Wonder whereabouts is that? I now I've been to Arkansas, but I didn't realize that was part of or whatever the Ozarks. It's about 300 miles of Memphis. And there's limited cell service there. Once you get down in there, there's limited cell service there. So whoever did this might have chosen that spot for a reason. I don't know. Clinton and Kristen were more than just names, though. They were parents. They were somebody's children, whether their parents are still with here on this earth or not, you know, and they meant something. They were doing what so many of us do. And that's just going for a walk, spending time as a family. They obviously had just moved there and someone took that from them. I remember when my children were little, I was always, even when they were little, all at the same time, even though there's a big gap between some of them. I had a toddler, a baby, a preteen. It was crazy. But anyway, we was always on the go with them to the mountains, on the Sunday drives, I miss that. And they don't stay little long. This family was out there trying to explore somewhere possibly new that they never been, you know, on a trail hiking with their family. And their daughters have to grow up without them. But we can make sure that they grow up with answers and with a world that still fights for justice. This is time for the communities, both in Arkansas, across the country, and everybody on these social media platforms, not just YouTube, to pay attention. If you live in this area, check your home securities, check your footages. If you've seen this man or think you've seen this man or this car or you've seen something, if you can, don't share it on social media, but if you can turn it in to the police, do so. Please do so. Do something. Do something. Don't sit quiet and assume that the next person is going to do it, because the next person may just keep their mouth shut. I told y'all this morning, and again, I don't know if you could hear me or not. We don't know. They haven't said yet. How do we know this is not a serial person? Why did they choose them? Why did they choose them? Did they know them? Did they target them? Obviously, they didn't want their kids. Now think about this a minute. They didn't want the kids. They didn't take from them something they loved. So that don't make sense. We do this true crime every day. So how could it really be personal? Maybe it was. I'm not a cop. But why would they leave the kids and take both parents? You know? Who is this person? I'm sure we'll find out. Let's go to the news. I don't know which one. I hope I don't have the earlier one. If I have I got both of them. I just don't know which one's which, and I apologize for that. Or well, maybe I do. Maybe I do. Maybe the first one was YouTube. Okay, we'll watch the first one. I don't want to get people really confused on the All right, we're going to watch the first one since y'all couldn't hear it real good today, and then we're going to go to the updated one. Thank you, Raymond. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much, whoever got that membership. Thank Raymond. Thank you, Raymond. All right, let's see. All right, we'll watch it. I think this is the first one.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Darren Bobb in the 5 News studio. We are bringing you the latest on the manhunt for the person suspected of killing 2 people at Devil's Den State Park. It happened yesterday. Police across the area and the state asking questions and sharing concern about this brazen attack in broad daylight at this very popular state park. Our team is here to walk you through what we have confirmed and what we are still working to learn right now. So let's get to the latest information that we have as this manhunt continues. Arkansas State Police tell us the Criminal Investigation Division has cleared the scene at Devil's Den State Park. It's located, of course, off Highway 74. It's about 25 miles south of Fayetteville. State park rangers and other law enforcement, though, are still at the park making sure that park is secure. Now, according to State Park's website, all trails at Devil's Den are now closed, at least for now. Meanwhile, the FBI's Little Rock office says it is in communication with Arkansas State Police, and they are ready to assist if they are needed and get called in. Now, ASP will tell us The victims are a 43-year-old man and a 41-year-old woman. Their bodies being taken to the state crime lab to determine a cause of death.
Okay,
that
this is
may
where her
take
name
several
was
days. Now,
released.
investigators still have not identified the victims. 5 News did, though, obtain police scanner audio that helped shed some light on yesterday's response to Devil's Den. Okay, let's talk about the suspect now. Police say they are looking for a white man last seen wearing dark shorts, a dark tank top, and weightlifting type
Okay, so
gloves.
that
He
was
was
the
seen
first one.
driving
That's
toward a
not
park exit in a
correct.
black four-door
I'm gonna go ahead and
sedan
stop this.
with a license plate that was.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop that one because that's not correct. I don't want that information out there. We're going to watch the more updated one. Hold on just a minute. Let me get that where I can see it. It's okay. So that's what they were thinking earlier. All right. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, honey. How do I do? Okay. So skip ad. Lord, it was taking me to the damn dark web. Okay. Shoot, that was taking me to the dark web. I don't want that. Hold on. Oh my God. Hold on a minute. Shit. Uh-oh. Hold on. Oh God. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I done clicked on something. Hold on. Y'all, I done clicked on something. Hold on a minute.
News.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Darren Bobb in the 5 News studio. We are bringing you the latest on the manhunt for the person suspected of killing 2 people at Devil's Den State Park. It happened yesterday. Police across the area and the state asking questions and sharing concern about this brazen attack in broad daylight at this very popular state park. Our team is here to walk you through what we have confirmed and what we are still working to learn right now. So let's get to the latest information.
All right, I think I got the correct one. Sorry about that.
From the visitor center. 2 children are there. They advised that their parents were assaulted. The parents are missing.
A couple killed while hiking with their young daughters.
We found the victims down here.
Tonight, 5 News has team coverage as we learn more about the lives lost and track the urgent search for a suspect. Well, thanks for joining us. I'm Lauren Spencer.
And I'm Morgan Wrigley. We have new information from state police tonight about that deadly attack at Devil's Den State Park.
5 News reporter Bo Russell has been at Devil's Den all weekend following the investigation. He joins us live to break down what state police are saying as they continue to work to track down a suspect.
Hey, Lauren. Hey, Morgan. Yeah, well, we're learning today that 2 victims have been identified as Clinton and CRISTENBRINK. We now know from law enforcement that they were on a hike with their 2 daughters, age 7 and 9, at the time of the attack. Law enforcement is letting us know that those 2 children are safe and with family. Now, again, yesterday, Arkansas State Police received a call around 2:30 in the afternoon, and that's really all we knew at that time. I made it over here on the ground around 4:30 and saw that there was a large law enforcement present. They weren't really giving much information yesterday. Still not a lot today, other than, as I just said, we have identified those 2 victims. Law enforcement are still here canvassing the area. They're all around the trails, which are all closed off. So they're still doing a pretty thorough sweep of the area, which is difficult because, the terrain is steep and it's a large area of ground to cover. Now, I did talk to park rangers. They told me that the description of the suspect was taken from witness statements, not from photos or videos. So what else was given in those witness statements, we don't know as of yet, but we'll be sure to update you when we learn more about that. Park rangers also told me that they spoke with campers who are staying in the area still to kind of get them up to date and explain what's going on, giving them the chance to leave if that's what they want to do. However, the park visitors and campers we spoke with today didn't seem too fazed.
Not really, because it's not like we're gonna go to the trails anyway. We wanted to swim in here, but they told us you cannot swim there, so we just taking a look at everything. That's it. They said that they're still under investigation and they might open the park tomorrow or something. But he said a double murder happened.
Hi, Rose.
Now, Arkansas State Police is asking anybody who was here on Saturday and may have been taking pictures or videos, maybe had a GoPro that was running, or even a dash cam, if they could go through their footage and see if anything out of the ordinary sticks out. If you do happen to see anything, Arkansas State Police Troop L is asking you to send it their way. In Devil's Den, live in Devil's Den, covering news where you live, I'm Bo Russell, 5 News.
Thank you, Bo. Arkansas State Police have officially identified the victims who lost their lives in the attack as 43-year-old Clinton David Brink and 41-year-old Kristen Amanda Brink. Their husband and wife, and had recently moved to Northwest Arkansas from out of state with their 2 young daughters. The girls, ages 7 and 9, are both safe with family now and were not hurt in the attack.
Here's another look at the information we know about the suspect. State police updated their description of him today. They believe he was wearing a long sleeve shirt with the sleeves rolled up instead of a tank top as initially reported. He's described as a white man with a medium build, wearing dark pants, a dark ball cap, sunglasses, and fingerless gloves. Investigators also say he was driving towards the park exit in a black 4-door sedan, possibly a Mazda, with a license plate covered in electrical or duct tape. State police say that car may have traveled on State Highway 170 or State Highway 220 near the park. To add some context, State Highway 170 runs north out of Devil's Den and connects to I-49 in West Fork. 220 goes from the park through Crawford County and connects with Highway 59 in Cedarville. And while the search continues, 5 News anchor Darren Bobb takes a look back at how this all started.
The first call came into the Washington County EMS a little before 2:30.
Medic Corps, Circular First Responders, Stage for Police, assault, possible stabbing, Devil's Den State Park.
Oh, no.
It was only a few minutes before a swarm of law enforcement officers made it to Devil's Den. That's when visitors who were at the park became a little concerned.
So we've been here all day. We're from Texas, so we came in for the weekend, and we came up here and there are cop cars all around there, and we're a little concerned, and they said that they couldn't say anything, but that everything was closed for an emergency.
Then the search was on for a suspect.
Suspect is going to be a white male wearing white gloves, sunglasses, a dark colored pants, and a dark colored tank top. He took off in a small black sports car, was taped over plates, direction of travel, went across the bridge leaving Devil's Den and stayed on the highway.
We're all sweeping the trail, me and I've got a maintenance person with me, interpreter with first aid kits trying to locate the family.
Less than an hour into the search,
Hear yells calling for help. We're hiking down.
10-4, we're hearing them too towards the end of the lower part of the Devil's Den Trail.
by the time police got to where they heard those screams, it was too late.
Trying to relay to the office that we found the victims down here. They're on the lower Devil's Den Trail. I've got two bodies.
5 News first responded to a tip about that large police presence and an investigation at Devil's Den around 4:30. When our reporter got there, troopers would not allow him into the park and did not provide information. At 8:40, 6 hours after the first call, state police released a statement about a manhunt for the suspect who may still be in the area. That set off a firestorm of social media posts, especially from those who were in the park at the time, wondering why it took so long to get any official information out. Arkansas State Police responded to those concerns, saying the location is in a remote rural part of Arkansas. It took time for our special agents to arrive on scene, locate witnesses, and collaborate information so we could release the appropriate information. Covering news where you live, I'm Darren Bobb, 5 News.
Well, Devil's Den's website says all the trails are closed until further notice, though police are still sweeping the area and hope to have them open soon. And the park superintendent tells us campers were all informed about what happened and given the choice to stay or leave. We spoke on the phone with one out-of-state visitor who was hiking in the park just about an hour after the attack happened. And she says if she had known at the time what was going on, she would have never continued hiking on the trails.
There were police cars everywhere. We weren't really sure what was going on. We asked the 3 different park rangers if we were safe and if we needed to be worried about anything. And 2 of them not only told us we were safe, but directed us to different trails to continue hiking. Come to find out, as we were listening to the latest news segment that you guys posted, that all the trails are closed now and that they've shut down the park. It's just concerning that we were directed to keep hiking and told it was safe right after 2 people were murdered and during an active manhunt. It's just crazy they let us continue hiking even though they hadn't found the guy yet.
The secretary who oversees the state park system released this statement this afternoon reacting to the tragedy, saying the safety of the park's visitors and staff are their top priority right now, and they're working closely with state police and other law enforcement agencies in investigating the deadly attack. We'll continue following updates on the investigation around the clock and bring you any developments as they come into our newsroom on 5 News Plus. You can download 5 News Plus for free for your smart TV. Just text the word plus to that number right there at the bottom of your screen, 479-785-5000. We'll text you right back with all the details on how to download it today.
Let me take that down. Thank you for that. Yeah, they will catch that. They'll catch them. I hope and I pray. I'm a little bit worried because of all the woods, but they won't be like others, I don't think. Because, I think they got a pretty good description also and of the car. But one thing people's got to remember, they had the tape on the license plates and stuff. Well, I'm going to assume that they've took that tape off by now. That's what I'm just assuming, because they would be fools to leave the license plates taped up in my opinion. And I don't know, is it somebody that lives around there or whatever? I don't know. People are awful brazen these days. But I know one thing. Yep, I agree with you, Raymond. It is crazy. I have 2 friends. I haven't saw them in a long time. They got divorced, but they used to go there to that very place. We have one here in Florida, matter of fact. I've never been, but I'll call the Devil's Den as well. But they went to the one. Hey, Ann. They go to the one in Arkansas, or they did. They got divorced, so I'm sure, I don't know if they go separately or anything anymore. But they used to go there all the time and snorkel and dive and all that stuff. They used to take the trips on the weekends and stuff like that. And they said it was beautiful. And if you look up their website, It's beautiful, and it's also a campground. And as far as I know, it has new owners. Yeah, it has a lot of cameras. It has a lot of cameras, and then the vehicles there have the cams and stuff like that, dash cams and all that. So I feel like that's what I was wondering earlier too, Karen. But unfortunately, now we know the girls, they had to get from those little girls some of that information. But anyway, they had my friends that went there used to go there all the time. Again, I don't know if they still go, but they had the campgrounds and they went. They have new owners, and I think they worked real hard at making that a better, really nice, prettier tourist attraction. And I think it has a lot of tourists there. I don't know. That was what two people we saw said they wasn't leaving. Honey, if that was me, I'd probably be gone if I was just vacationing and something like that happened. And especially if I wasn't in true crime. Nope, honey, got to go. But I don't know. Y'all see me? I come on here that one time and somebody ran their motorcycle through my thing and I was freaking out. I do panic. I panic. Yes, they were, Raymond. The parents were unalive in front of the two kids. So sad. I mean, hey, Scotty. Hello. Thank you so much. Glad to see you here. I don't ever get to see everybody because everybody's all scattered out now. And a lot of people's coming on replay and all that. But anyway, I just hope that, because they have beautiful springs and caves, I want to tell you that. And I just hope that they have underground springs and stuff like that, that people continue to go there. And I do want to say that. And the reason that, in case you didn't know that I'm glad you did. The reason that they call it the Devil's Den is because, in case you didn't know, it's down like real far because you have to go down these steps. And in the wintertime, it's like in a cave, like beautiful. But in the wintertime, it's like in this hole. Oh, Little Red, thank you so much. Thank you for gifting, Little Red. If y'all got a membership, please thank Little Red. Thank you so much. Let's get her this going. Thank you. You get two. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support too, Little Red. Thank you so much. But they call it that because in the wintertime, the smoke comes out of the cave and it looks like the openings and stuff. And so people started this rumor that the devil must be inside because of all the smoke and everything comes off the water because it gets so cold there. So that's what they started. And because, it's called the Devil's Den and all that. So I want to give you a little history on that. But I also want to push for people to go there and go camping. I will one day go there and I will go camping. Hey, Darlene, and everybody coming in. They have gift shops. They have the snorkel. You can rent equipment and stuff like that. I love camping. They have the cabins too. You can pitch a tent, not a fit, but you can do the tents. You can do the cabins and all the things. They have grills, and I hear they have games and stuff like that for the people to get together and play. But once you go down in there, like the news was saying, there is, not a lot of phone stuff. Plant lady had some yummy deer sausage. Well, that sounds good. Yummy, yummy. But they have showers and bathrooms and all that stuff. They say it's really nice. My friends liked it, said it's really nice. They have family there. I really hope that they're safe if they listen or ever come in and listen. And I hope everybody in that area is safe. I know that this place is open 364 days a year. I'm assuming I don't know facts. I haven't checked. I'm assuming they're closed on Christmas Day. I don't know. Everybody don't celebrate the holidays like everybody else. But I feel real sorry for the people that own the den and the camping, and stuff like that. I know it's a state park, but they put a lot of work into it. Yeah, the fishing and stuff like that. But I want to encourage everyone to still go. But these people right here on my screen, Clinton David Brink, 43 years old. His wife, Kristen Amanda Brink, 41 years old. Pray for them and their family. This was a senseless act. It was very senseless. There's no excuse. There's no reason. There's absolutely no reason. Hey, Mandy. Mandy said, let me get it up here. I'm really good friends with the brother and sister-in-law of Clint. We cannot believe it. I am so sorry. Oh my gosh. Mandy, I am so sorry to hear this. This is unreal. This is something that was just unreal. And I'm praying for those two girls. The little girls, their babies. This should have never took place. I'm sorry. Friends, good friends, family, none of y'all should have to be going through this right now. My condolences out to everyone in that community. And like I said, there's no reason. There's absolutely no reason. I just hope that the community, and I hope that everybody's safe, and I hope the suspect is found. Yes, chaos bunnies. Yep. Unfortunately, they were there. We hear they're safe with family now, but as I was saying, they were spared, but they're not okay. That's very traumatic to see your mom and dad taken, is a nicer way to put it. And if anybody even thinks they have anything on camera, or they see anything in the area or throughout, the states or anything, in the meantime, please call, especially if you live in Arkansas or you were in that area or county. Be on the lookout. This suspect is still on the loose, and nobody knows if this was random. And look, he did this once. He did it twice to two people. He will do it again. He's going to get desperate. He will. Thank you for that, Mandy. Thank you. My prayers are with them girls. Absolutely. Sending love and light. Absolutely. Somebody put up my email address, and if Mandy, if you hear before I do that they catch this suspect or anything like that, you're more than welcome to email me or anything like that. I hope they catch him, and I want justice done just as much, I'm sure, if not more, as anybody. I get so passionate on these cases, but knowing these little girls were there, it's it wrecks me. It breaks my heart. And now we know this guy had on long sleeves rolled up, and and they could have. And if he had a ball cap on and sunglasses, he probably took those off now as well. But hopefully there was a camera somewhere that yes, and please let me know. Please let me know, because them little girls are going to need that, and I will share that, and I will get that information out. Please let me know, Mandy, what you find out. Stuff like that I need to know, that sometimes I can't keep up with, or sometimes my mods may not be able to. We try our very best, but them little girls are going to need a lot, and I will, help with that what I can, and I will share it out to the community and all the things. So yes, please let me know. I'm so glad. I'm not perfect with all my stuff here. I'm not, but I'm as real as they come, and I try to do my stuff on TikTok or Facebook or whatever to get the information out. If there's anything I can do to help, I will help. I will try my best. But this is horrible. There's not words. There's not words. But thank you, y'all. I'm going to get off of here, and I'm going to say they're probably an hour ahead of me. Is that about right, y'all? It's 6:30 here where I'm at. So I'm going to say they're 7:30. I don't know. They may be the same time, but I get confused with the time thing. But probably won't, unless they catch a suspect, there probably won't. Thank you, Raymond. There probably won't be any news out unless they catch this suspect or something dramatic happens until the 10 o'clock news, or I don't know if they have 9 o'clock news, but I'm going to try to keep y'all informed on this, as informed as I can. And I'll have my phone, and I'll keep looking and keep trying to do research. But I appreciate all of you being here. It's 6. Okay, so we're on the same time then. Okay, they're on Central Time. Yep, I'm on Central Time too. It confuses me, Karen, because I'm in Florida, and even 2 hours away on one side is a different time, but 2 hours away on the other side is the same time as me. And so it always confuses me, and it's just crazy. So I always ask, but yeah. Yeah, Panda Bear said, I said this morning I'm not perfect, but yeah, and I'm like you. I will advocate the devil out of something, and I appreciate y'all so much, Leslie. Thank you, Raymond. Thank you for all your support, everybody. Thank you, my mods. Thank you, the subs, for coming in here. Thank you, everybody. Y'all share this out. Get it out there, because that's free. It's free to share. You can share it on any platform. Also, that will help get it in the algorithm. Hit the thumbs up, and it will get these people right here, David and Kristen's story out there, and it will get the new updated information out there for the suspects or suspect. And we want the suspect found, because we don't know. We already know they're capable of unaliving 2 people, but we need the suspect found. We don't know if anything else is going on, and we don't want nobody else hurt. And we want to make sure these girls stay safe. So please, please, please like, share, subscribe. It's all free. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate you so much. I love you all. See you later on these streets, YouTube streets, that is. Bye.